What do you have to show for all of your years? Today on Fortitude through Stoicism, and this is my 365-day journey of implementing the ancient philosophy of Stoicism into the life of this modern masculine man. I was reading this when I actually did the calculation here, and I sat back and I really thought. So stick with me here. The quote today by Seneca. Remember Seneca the entertainer, one of the wealthiest men in Rome. Many times an old man has no evidence besides his age to prove that he has lived a long time. So I'm reading the Daily Stoic here, and again, death is all about mortality, so it's a little bit somber. But I'm reading the Daily Stoic here, and Ryan says, how long have you been alive? Take the number of years, which I did this exercise. Take the number of years and multiply by the number of days. So for me, 46 years times 365 days. He actually then has you multiply by number of hours. But I stopped at the number of days. I have lived 16,790 days. It's a staggering number, isn't it? When you really think about it. So the question is, what do you have to show for those hours? And I sat here and I would probably in reflection for a good 15, 20 minutes before I actually turned on the camera. And I thought about this, but I'm going to continue. I'm going to share more because I want you to think about that. I want you to take the number of years, multiply it by the number of days. And if you want to go crazy, multiply it by the number of hours. So for me, I've been alive for 402,000, almost 403,000 hours. What do I have to show for it? Think about that. You can watch a movie in 2 hours. You can also learn a new skill set in about the same time. You can paint a picture. I mean, again, I'm just thinking about time. I'm thinking about what have I done, right? And I know that I spent a lot of my time investing in myself, investing in my knowledge. And so it's really kind of hit me. And again, this is not about how much wealth have you accumulated or anything like that, because really the answer is, for most people, it's not enough, okay? We take so many hours for granted. I mean, people just literally scroll for no reason. All we have to show for the time we've spent on this planet, the number of rounds of golf, how many hours, mediocre movies, stacks of, mindless books. We hardly remember reading some of those. Some of us have garages full of toys that they don't even utilize. It's almost like we're living in a chapter from Raymond Chandler's The Long Goodbye. Mostly, I just kill time, he says, and it dies hard. So I thought about that, and again, this isn't for me, it's not about death. For me, it's about living my life to the fullest. And now I recognize, I'm gonna go back to my hours, 16,000 hours, 16,790 hours I've been alive. And I know that I have less ahead of me than I have behind me. So this is why I was talking about a client today, or yesterday I was talking about a client. Time is the master, right? He looked at me, he said, what do you mean? He goes, because we're talking about resources, he's a manufacturing guy, so he's very logic brain. And I said, he goes, time is money. I said, well, no, time is more than money. I said, money's easy. You can get more money. You can buy money, you can sell things for money, you can trade money, you can manipulate it. You cannot manipulate time. And that is the fate that I believe we're talking about in Stoicism is, listen, we're going to die. And maybe it's predetermined, maybe it's not, maybe it's by circumstance, whatever that may be. None of us knows that date unless we're intentional about our suicide, right? Unless we're intentional about when we're going to do it. Then you may know. But most of us don't really know. So then you have the choice, right? Each hour going forward increases in value because of its scarcity. So for me, I was just thinking here, I'm like, and I don't waste time. I'm not a guy that sits around, wastes time. But I really just thought, I need to use my time even better, because there is so much I want to do, so much I want to learn, so much I want to see, so much I want to experience, so many people I want to love. But I can't control any of that. So all I can do is be grateful for the time that I do have. And this is where my overlap in Buddhism is coming, because every day I'm doing my mantras and I'm just realizing I'm grateful for this day. And yes, it has 24 hours in it. Contribute a few of those to sleep, a few of those to paying the bills, right? But the rest of those, really, I've got to use those the best way I can to get the most out of this very precious life. And because I'm grateful for this day, I show it the respect. Leading into number 2, my mantra, compassion. I don't get upset about things, because again, that's eroding the time that I had. Like, it happened, right? So if I spend all this time now being upset about what just happened, I just lost all this time. Like, it really, I mean, it's just that easy. Like, got a ticket. Shit. Okay, moving on. Like, don't care. Like, I'm not going to tell 5 people about it. I'm not going to tell this story, bitch and moan, like, got the ticket, filled it out, set in the fine, moving on, right? And the term that I heard in Buddhism was, I don't want to get stung by the second arrow. The first one hurt. We felt it. Yes, that's suffering. In Stoicism, we recognize that thing happens, right? That's why we need to have acceptance for that. But it's controlling our response. And so in Stoicism, it's controlling our response. In Buddhism, I want that response to be compassion. Because if you're angry at me and you're beeping the horn and you're in a hurry, I have compassion that you're feeling the way that you do. It must be terrible that you're running late and feeling all that pressure, right? Instead of adding to it, I want to quell that pain, right? And that's compassion. So when I've traveled, initially, and if you watch some of these early videos, I just get really upset when I traveled. And I used to get frustrated by people delaying my travel. And now I realize that, listen, I'm a pro. I'm on a plane 5, 6, 7 times every week. I'm an old pro. I can do it blindfolded. Hell, I know most of the damn flight attendants now and all the damn different things. I see the same people all the time now that sorry, I got distracted. I see the same people now all the time that I do transfer, that I do travel. So, totally got sidelined. This is why we don't have pop-ups, right? This is the focus. But anyway, I'm going to tie this back to the lessons. I just ruined my train of thought. I'm not going to redo the whole video again because I have to do that all the time. But compassion. Oh, so I travel a lot, so I realize I'm an old professional. So instead of getting upset at the people that are delaying me, I have compassion that this must be a frustrating experience because I don't do it all the time, right? Me? I know I'll get there. It doesn't matter. So I got to tell you, I feel like Stoicism took me only so far, right? But then it kind of like left me hanging. Like there was some gaps in there. And so I've been doing this. I mean, I have 10 days left. 10 days on a 365-day journey. And it's spread out a little bit because I traveled. And I don't know that I wanted to give this up, so I've been holding on tight. But when I really think for me, and again, this is about my personal reflection, this is my personal journey, when I think about what I have to show for the years, I have produced, now even though they changed their name, I have produced amazing offspring. I have positively impacted the lives of so many people. I have honorably served my country in multiple different branches of the military. Technically 4. technically 4. Marine Corps, Marine Corps Reserve, U.S. Army, and Army National Guard. Technically, I served in 4 branches of the military. But what I have after all of this time is an understanding that I don't know everything. I have a great deal of wisdom, and part of the wisdom is knowing that I have so much to learn. And the difference is I used to get frustrated when I was younger. Now I understand and I accept. So what do I have for all of my years? A lot of experience. And so what that does is I am the who when someone doesn't know how. Remember that. Through all my experience, I am the who when someone doesn't know how. And on that, it's overtime.